Hello and welcome to the Merle and Locke podcast. I'm Merle.
And I'm Locke.
Set sail and low expectations for everything nerd, accompanied by healthy, albeit shameful helping of pointless banter, lack of focus, and questionably acquired knowledge. Now, we're getting ready for a pretty exciting day this weekend. Not the weekend in which this episode will be coming out, but
No.
in real time. So we're going to the Ren Fair. I'm really excited about it, and we did make a promise saying that we would, have a little talk about our adventures during. But for today, I wanted to go back to the last one we went to last year. So I hadn't been to the Ren Fair since I was a kid, and I was really excited last year. Like we all got dressed up in silly costumes and what have you, and there was some role play here and there, and we were all getting pretty hammered and eating and being merry, and I had the greatest time, and I'll go more into that, into what I love about it, but maybe you'd like to share, Locke, some of your favorite experiences while we were there, and what you may love or about Ren Fair in general.
I'll tell you what I learned the last time being there and us enjoying our merriment while walking around. Do not drink on a hot day. If you are, make sure you are drinking a lot of water. I got to a point I felt so lightheaded, and I had only had like 2 drinks, and then of course the drink got warm, so it made it even worse for me to try to finish it.
Just a tad more unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed our last time being there. The first time I ever experienced the Ren Fair was back when I was in school. We had like a little Renaissance day at our school. I even played King Henry VIII.
What, did you put on a little play or something, or were you just one of the actors within the Ren Fair?
It wasn't like a play that I can recall. Now it was me. They had set up the 8 wives, and we had rehearsed the whole thing. I am King Henry VIII. I am. They went through the order of divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. The last one surviving only because he died before she could actually die.
Yep. Oh man, it's awful.
So yeah, I remember more about King Henry VIII than I think I would have otherwise.
Yeah, if you hadn't played him. Yeah.
Right.
I never had anything like that at school myself, which is kind of unfortunate. Like I remember being a kid and seeing the Renaissance Fair for the first time, and we didn't get dressed up or anything. We just went because we didn't know what to expect, and just looking to have a good time. And we went and saw some shows, and I remember being absolutely obsessed with, the blacksmiths and,
Right.
all the weapons and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. I want all the swords, And, and I remember watching my brother and my dad. They did the fencing thing, where they give you the swords, and they put the padding on you and the helmets, and they put they blow up these balloons, and they put a balloon on each shoulder, and then a balloon on top of your head. And against your opponent, you use your sword, one hand behind your back, other hand holding the sword, and you have to try fight it out and pop the other person's balloons before they pop yours. And I remember seeing that, and I was so jealous because I wanted to do it so bad, but I can't recall as to why I didn't actually participate. I think it was because I was too small. Because my brother had always towered over me while we were growing up. He's a big boy, and I took a little longer to get to grow than he did. So he was actually a challenge for my dad. I can't remember who won. I'm pretty sure it was my brother, but I mean, who knows?
They let him win.
And yeah, probably. He probably did. No, knowing my dad, absolutely not.
What? Are you saying that he's competitive?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, going back to like, last year, enjoying the Renaissance Fair. So you got sick, or lightheaded, and man, I must have drank through that part because I didn't get lightheaded at all. I, was constantly up at the taverns. Every time we saw a tavern, I got another drink. And I remember we went into one of the little shops and we got these really large tankards, right? That were carved out of, what are they carved out of? Like like the horn.
Yeah, they're like horns.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly or entirely certain as to how they made these things, but they were actually like formed into tankards, and it was really cool, and I love it. And I had I remember, oh, it had, I think the one I got was Hugin or something like, it was one of Odin's ravens or something that was carved into mine, and I really liked it. I don't remember which one you got.
I had just gotten like a ebony colored. I didn't want anything fancy on it.
Oh, okay, right. And these things were so big that when we went to go get drinks, I would order 2 drinks to fill up my tankard. Now, granted, drinks at the Ren Fair, a little bit pricey. Yeah?
A little bit.
Unfortunately, but I know, I get it. I mean, you gotta capitalize somehow, right? and I spent a lot of money strictly on booze for the most part. Booze and, implements in order to, store and contain that booze. So I remember we got the big old tankards, and then we got these little buckle straps that we could put on our little leather belts to hang our empty tankards from. And oh god, it was so cool. I love those things. I still have it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. My belt was so over encumbered between the things that I got, because that tankard that I got, even when I put 2 drinks inside of it, was only enough to fill maybe half of it. That's how obnoxiously big my tankard was. And then, of course, when I had bought that sword...
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I had bought this sword, and a lot of people kept saying that it reminded them of the... what was that movie where he says, "I am Antonio, you have killed my father.
The Princess Bride?
Yeah. So they had said that I had a sword that was kind of like that, and I used my belt to kind of hold on to it. I couldn't even sit right. And then, of course, at the end of it all, I had bought the that bird or dragon thing that would sit on my shoulder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I had so much stuff on me.
You could like set them up there, and you had a little control for it to like turn its head and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, those things are pretty neat. I love those. I didn't get one, but I was jealous.
I would love to go back and get a even bigger one, but that comes at a hefty price.
Yeah, they were kind of pricey, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, man, I don't know, because like going back this year, I know I need to get something, right? And I don't know if I want to do another tankard. It would be kind of cool, but I already have one. I should just use that one, which I still need to wash out before tomorrow.
Well, you better get on that.
Yeah, it's pretty dusty. Like it's not used all year until the Renaissance Fair. Man, I don't know. I kind of want to look at swords though, because that would be awesome to get one of those.
Yeah.
Especially one, like, if you could get one with, what are those little decorative plaque things with the hooks on them that you can hang your sword from? Because, I mean, let's face it, I'm not going to be toting around that sword all day, every day. You know, I need a special place. Yeah, put it up somewhere. Oh, man, I really do want one. I think I might get one. I
Hey,
think I might actually do it.
there you go. There you go.
Oh gosh, it's probably like what, like $200 at
It
least.
really depends on what one you want to get. I think mine was somewhere around 150, maybe.
All right, that's not too bad. Well, I mean, not too bad, I say. Uh, are you actually gonna bring it this year? Are you gonna put it on your belt again and lug it
Eventually,
around?
so I'm going by theme. Depending on what theme we go. Now, this weekend's theme is the fairies and fairy tales or something.
Right.
So I'm probably just going to take my pet dragon this time. Meanwhile, I might just dress up as my barbarian, a Hercules-esque outfit. I'll wait until the pirate weekend to bring my sword and dress up like a pirate.
Oh, buddy,
Yeah,
they got a pirate
they do
weekend.
have a pirate weekend. You're gonna be missing
Oh,
out,
and I'm
bud.
not. Yeah. Ah, dang it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I'm only around for the start of,
Hmm.
the Renaissance Fair, like when it first starts out. And it goes for a few weekends, I guess. I don't know how many weekends they do it.
Hmm.
Uh, but I'm only ever able to make the first weekend before I leave for the rest of the year. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer. Oof. But you know what? I make the most of it.
There you go.
You know, I mean, if I'm anything like I was last year, like damn near the point where you have to drag me out of there, because like I can barely stand up straight on my own. Oh, yeah, that's not encouraging others to, drink excessively to the point that they're, you know, hammered. But you know what? YOLO, right?
Oh, jeez. YOLO, that's a one that I haven't heard in a little while.
What? That was like right down our alley.
Yeah, right down our alley. Yeah.
That was like we were maybe like in our early 20s by the time
Yeah.
that came about.
It's like
Yeah.
yesteryear.
We were still close enough to, the cool hip kids that we can, we have free range to use that term,
Right, right, right.
you know?
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like a lot of things from when we were kids doesn't exactly stick nowadays, such as like, cowabunga or what is it, tubular. I guess gnarly's still around. People still say gnarly.
Really?
I think so.
I mean, I say it, but I don't think that counts.
Gnarly. Well, I guess it's mostly like
I think like gnarly or rad, like that's just our generation of rocket power watchers.
groovy.
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 Now that's
No,
Evil
that's even
Dead.
before us. That's before us. Well, no, like I don't even know when Evil Dead came out.
Well, I mean
Uh,
that's Ash Williams'
well,
quote.
yeah, that's his little
Yeah, his
catchphrase.
little
Yeah.
catchphrase.
Oh man, Evil Dead. That's a good one.
That
Still a
is
classic, but
absolutely.
I never finished the TV show. I don't think when the TV show came out. I don't think I ever finished it.
Hmm.
Are we getting off track?
Yes, we are, just a tad.
Yeah. How did we get to Evil Dead from Ren Fair?
It's just the way it goes. Gotta roll with it.
Conversation ever evolving.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't want to stunt the conversation, right? I mean, you want
Right.
to let it grow and, branch off and thrive in the moment.
Absolutely.
Treat it as if it were, a child. You want to be supportive of the conversation and let it grow, be experimental. Even though, you might be getting off topic and it's a little odd or inconvenient. That is the fact. You want to be supportive,
Right.
as I said. And anyway, Ren Fair, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, what was your favorite part of the Ren Fair last year? What like, I don't know, what really stuck?
What really stuck?
Yeah, what memory did we make that really stuck with you from last year?
Oh, yeah. No, I know one. I thought about this earlier, forgot about it, and thought about it again. So,
Okay.
you and Jane Doe both got the attention of the Queen, whereas I got no attention whatsoever. You even got knighted.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did get knighted. That was pretty awesome.
It is my solemn oath to get the attention of the Queen at some point this year.
You I swear by my sword, I will be knighted. No, you won't have your sword. You gotta swear by your dragon monster
That's
shoulder
right.
friend.
Yeah. Jane Doe
Yeah.
was told that her
Oh,
dress
man.
was beautiful by the Queen.
Oh, that's
You
adorable.
had saved.
I remember that. I
Yeah,
do remember that.
yeah. You had
Yeah.
saved a mannequin's head that was rolling across the street at the time of the Queen's passing.
That's right. Yeah, like we were passing by a shop and a mannequin had fallen over from the wind or something and the
Hmm.
head popped off and rolled out into the road and I quick picked it up and took it into the shopkeep and I was like, here's your head, and I came back out, and the queen was standing there.
Don't lose your head! Ha 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 ha!
Yeah, that was funny. The queen was standing there, and she's, I don't know what the spiel was necessarily that she had given me, but it was something to the effect of like, oh, how brave you are. What is your name? And I told her my name, and she's like, well, Merle, I knight you, Sir Merle, Saver of Heads, or something like that. And
Something like that, yeah.
and it was, yeah, it was so funny. I was like, "Thank you, Your Majesty," and just trying to play along. And it was so fun. It was a fun little, interaction with the with Her Royal Highness.
And I got bupkis.
Oh man, I do remember towards the end of the day there was when you go to the Renaissance Fair there's this ongoing storyline being told at different skits and little events and stuff, shows that you can go to, and you start to see this story evolve, over the course of the day. And at the end of the day, we stayed till closing. At the end of the day, there was this guy that had betrayed the queen or whatever, and there's this big show about it on stage, and they lock the guy up in handcuffs and what have you, and the queen was deciding like what was to be done with this traitor, this traitor of the realm? What shall we do with him? And she yelled out to the audience. Everybody was sitting around in bleachers and what have you. And and it was funny because like I was trashed at this point, right? And I just raised my mug up, my tankard up in the air, and I was like, "Oh, Wiff His Head!" and then everybody started joining in and saying, "Oh, Wiff His Head!" Oh man! And she was like all taken aback, and she was like, "No, no, 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 no,
no.
We don't.
It's a little extreme.
We don't need to get violent." Yeah. Oh man, that was probably my fondest memory. Was starting like this bloodthirsty roar for them to cut off this traitor's head. Oh god, it was hilarious. Was there anything else that you particularly enjoyed?
It's always a fond moment to go get your turkey leg and oh god. You remember there was some guy who was talking to us like smoking a cigar or something right by us. While we were drinking, we were sitting around this big group of people. There was just some stranger. He was like the NPC. It was almost like he was trying to give us a quest, or
yeah, he was all like, "Greeting, friends, greeting, adventurers." Yeah. I do remember that. I don't remember what the conversation was about.
I don't know, but by the end of it, we're like, wait a minute. We're not supposed to be smoking over here, are we? And immediately is when we were like, ooh, we better go.
So we moved like 5 feet to the left and started smoking there at the railing. I guess I do remember smoking a cigar because my buddy that had come with us, the bait, he's pretty fond of cigars every now and again, like a special occasions, and he had gotten some. I'm pretty sure he had gotten some there. Like I think they sold cigars somewhere in the fair.
Yeah, I guess so. And
he had picked a couple up and passed them out, and we were smoking those. And this friend that the bait he's actually like a childhood friend. All right, I've known him all my life, and it was then that we were sitting there that his mom had come up, and because she just happened to like her and his dad both ended up going to the Ren Fair at the same day, and it was unplanned, but they were going the same day, and I got to talk to them, and it was just like. It was like the weirdest thing, right? So I was like I was so close to the family, as a kid, and just hadn't seen them my entire adult life. And then to run into them again, I was just like, oh, nostalgia, I was like, oh, my heart. Oh, but it was really nice, like just getting to see them.
I did think of something else, too. I love the idea of all the people who play these characters that it's a lot like Disney. You can't really break character. The only people that don't really have a character are a lot of your shopkeeps.
Yeah, they don't necessarily have that much of a character. They play along.
So yeah, no, some of them do, and I recall a time when I took your daughter to like that necklace shop where they had all these necklaces around and whatnot. There's a guy in there. He saw me with my tankard, and he goes, raises his tankard to me, and we clank tankards and consume.
Oh,
that was just
awesome.
A random encounter that I enjoyed it.
I love the Ren Fair. It's amazing. Everybody just gets to be like super goofy and like, just man, makes you feel like a kid again, everybody just plays along for the most part. I mean, yes, you do have those people that are too cool to play the part, but I mean, for the most part, people that go to the Ren Fair are like really good sports about things, and everybody wants to contribute, and it's really awesome. And I'm super excited for tomorrow.
Oh, me too.
But so if you want to hear more about that, tune in next Monday. I don't know when this one goes out, but next Monday we will talk more about our experiences in for this year at the Ren Fair. Well, until next time.
Stay weary, traveler.
Thank you for joining us on the Merlin Lock podcast. If you enjoyed this banter, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/merlandlock or simply follow the link in the description. Thank you.